Yeah, we're gonna see how Cal decides to transition. Might even go for Dark Templar, try to go for some heavy Corsair harass. Templar Archives coming up. Not seeing any gateways, so I'm not quite sure. I think if he manages to get enough Corsairs out there and try to harass the 12 o'clock, because Jaedong is a little bit spread out, of course, with that third base, a little bit far off. So a Dark Templar strategy with those Corsairs could be pretty effective. Hydra's then coming up alongside production hatcheries. Spire also up, so I think, oh, he had a bunch of eggs saved up. I think those are Mutalisks, because a lot of eggs popped at the same time. There is an Evo chamber, though, in another hatchery, so I'm not quite sure. Could be Scourge as well, of course, just he popped a lot of eggs. 4 at a time, so that's kind of a large number of Scourge, larger than usual. We see several Zealots out, but Cal allowing the Zerglings to get through, instantly surrounding the cannon. A couple of Zerglings dying, but 5 of them managing to get through are going to start harassing these probes. Zealots running back after, for some reason, running away for a little while, possibly engaging more Zerglings. Cal's going to try to respond, but at least killing an Overlord, but he has 5 Zerglings right inside of his main now, doing a lot of damage, killing several probes. 3 at this point, so it's going to be a little bit neutralized. Cal might even now get one of his Corsairs caught to those Scourge. No, they're actually going to get hit by a cannon. I felt Jaedong had a little bit of an opportunity there to do some Zergling killed by a probe there, I believe, as well. But Cal didn't, not as much damage done to him as was possible. Jaedong didn't quite manage to do as much economic advantage as I thought he should have. Still managing to get a full-on scout, so he knows exactly what's coming his way, putting on Sunkens everywhere, just in case those Dark Templar are indeed on the way. I find it nice. I'm going to see whether Cal actually skimps on the Corsairs, though. I'm really finding that I've been saying this a lot, and I find this an important critique, that a lot of TOS has been kind of skimping out, and the Corsairs not getting a large enough number. In the end, they kind of lose the scout that they need and all of that stuff, and really just doesn't help them out. They really need to go out there, do some Overlord hunting, whether they're going to go for Dark Templar or not. I find it gives them a huge advantage. 1 Corsair they're lost for Cal.
Yep, Cal is getting together his little army here. I've seen a lot of Protoss actually go for this kind of thing. They go for +1 weapons upgrade and then get an Archon or 2 and a bunch of Zealots. And it doesn't work all that great if the Zerg player is sunkened up like crazy, because the Zerg is able... You see Jaedong getting the full scout on this. With his Scourge, he's just hovering around, making sure he knows where those troops are at all times. But yeah, Jaedong does have one nicely positioned sunken here. That's going to be a very hard sunken for Cal to get to. And it looks like he's pumping just enough troops to defend this front. Zerglings will probably be enough to defend this, and Cal's going to back off. He's moving around with his troop. I'm not exactly sure what his plan is from this point on, because when you go for a Zealot Archon strategy, you usually want to get a lot of damage done early on. It looks like he's just going to try to use this to defend a new base over here. And he's finally getting his High Templar out, so I'm sure there's going to be... Oh, a Lurker coming in here. Jaedong kind of didn't pay attention to that Lurker, but the Lurker is in here, and... Oh, nicely done by Cal. He's using the splash damage from the Archon to take out the Lurkers. Wow, that was a fantastic play from Cal. I've seen Bisu go for that same kind of thing, but sometimes he doesn't make it work, and Cal made it work there, but he is getting the Archon surrounded. Oh, that's definitely not good for him. That Archon splash damage was definitely needed to fight off a lot of Zerglings like this, and this is a lot of Zerglings from Jaedong. Oh man, he's chasing this Corsair with Scourge. Probably not going to be able to take that down, though. Whoa, he takes out 1, so things are not looking good for Cal already. He's been denied a 3rd base. Yeah, he had to cancel and get rid of that 3rd base. So this is a smart switch from Jaedong going for Mutalisks. Oh, this is such a bizarre build from Jaedong, but I think it's going to work out, because Cal, I don't think he's going to go for any more Archons. I think he's going to commit himself to Storm.
Storm, of course, very hard to hit Mutalisks on. He has 1 Archon on the field, several Speed Zeals alongside, but I'm not quite sure how he's going to react to that huge Mutalisk army that Jaedong's going to be pushing. I really find this tech switch really smart on Jaedong's part. Cal's not really going to be able to react to this very well. He's going to try to put up his 3rd yet again, but the Mutalisks aren't going to be able to do a lot of harassment. Only 2 cannons inside of his main. I think he definitely has enough to defend the Scourge coming in to help fight off the Corsairs. Only 2 Corsairs. Cannons are going to go down. All those probes are immensely vulnerable. 1 Archon coming in, but we're going to see whether the builder is actually so positioned. The Archon's going to have a lot of trouble getting in. He's going to run in right now. Mutalisks stay in position, just fly back just before the Archon managed to do anything, but he's killed so many probes at this point. Cal's economy, absolutely horrible shape. Cal trying to do a counterattack. taking out a fourth base that Jaedong's trying to do down, actually putting down dual hatcheries there. Zealots in position, but far too many Hydras in my opinion, running more Zealots to the north, trying to do some damage. Those getting hit in transit by Mutas, several of them taken out. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Cal has not been able to accomplish anything whatsoever. More speed Zills running around, Dragoon on the field, that's going to get killed by Mutas fairly soon. Hatcheries producing at all positions, Lurkers and Hydras alongside Mutalisks. Lurker popping in just in time for the Zealots to get hit by those spores and instantly run back. Spine spore, sorry. Mutalisks still flying around all over the place for Jaedong. He just has to be careful not to get hit by those Archons, not to fall under heavy Corsair fire. He'll be fine, you know, a Dragoon shot or two is not that horrible. Cannon shots aren't very comfy. Mutalisks, one Mutalisk dies there and proves that it isn't. But overall, I just feel this economic harass is insanely good here by Jaedong. Now going to take out one alone. Corsair was trying to harass him, but still kills a lot of Zealots on the ground, just completely. Cal, the way he's playing right now, he's going to end up just running away, whimpering from his booth at the end of this game.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's going for Dragoons now, but that's just what Jaedong wants. He's playing right into Jaedong's hands by going for all those Dragoons, because Jaedong is going straight up Hydralist now, which is going to destroy this Dragoon build. He's going to destroy that Archon soon enough, probably with those Mutalisks, just to... Oh, he is going to try to kill the Archon with Mutalisks, which is always extremely funny when it happens. But yeah, he's breaking through everything here. Cal's going to have nothing left after this attack, and Jaedong can just rally point all of his hatcheries to this position and just keep pumping Hydralisk in here. Looks like he's getting rid of all the Dragoons. A conga line of Hydralisk coming down the map to end this, and yeah, Protoss can't keep up production like a Zerg can, because yeah, Jaedong is just coming here with a massive, massive backup army, bypassing that one pylon, and he's just going to destroy everything here. Cal's probably going to try his best to get a High Templar or something out here, but I don't see a way that he can. Even if he does get a one High Templar in, he's going to have to wait for Storm Energy to come up. And I don't think he can wait that long. I think Jaedong's going to come in here. He has speed upgraded Overlords right now, and he has a Queen's Death, so he's going for Hive Tech, so he's definitely not letting his guard down, even though he's basically won the game. Yeah, you can see it on Cal's face.
Yeah, Overlord's coming into place to counter these Dark Templar running around killing a few Hydras. I felt if Cal had, yeah, GG coming in there from Cal. But I honestly felt if it had a couple of High Templar, 3, maybe 4 with Storm ready, a couple of Storms charged up, he would have been able to not necessarily 100% fight it back, because Jaedong had Mutas in play as well, and he has very good micromanagement. And can, of course, dodge storms, but I felt if he had some storms alongside his troops, he would have at least had a chance of pushing Jaedong back there, possibly taking his third, and, you know, at least have a chance of getting back into the game. But Jaedong completely denied him economically the entire time, was ahead of him pretty much the entire time, and Cal just, I felt, did not play as well as he's shown that he can play. He was rushing Zealots right into death, even when he knew he was... Early on, had an Archon, several Zealots running up north, not even speed on the Zealots, and he saw that Jaedong knew exactly what he was doing and decided to go for it anyway. I feel that kind of judgment you should not be having against a player such as Jaedong, because he will take advantage of that intel. And, well, you saw what happened. But yeah, Jaedong moving into the round of 8, I'm sure quite a few people are happy with this. Much better than his last performance in the MSL. We're going to see whether he actually manages to claim yet another MSL title, his second. And he's, of course, also in the running in the OSL round of 8. So it's going to be an overall interesting season for Jaedong as he also plays to try to get a title in the Pro League playoffs. So thanks, Nukes, for joining me. GG, guys, ranching out. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed.
GG.